Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to the Case of the Golden Idol, where today we have so much stuff to tie together over a map that includes most of the locations we've already seen, and just a huge amount of information and a full day's events. We need to figure out these three murders and the whole circumstance surrounding them, and I just honestly don't even know where to begin, nor do I know what these buttons up here are for. This one makes us blink, apparently. Just, in case your eyes were getting a little bit dry, you are now blinking manually. Oh, okay. These buttons bring us back to the scenes of previous cases, because apparently there's gonna be information from those that is relevant. So that's just in case we didn't have enough to deal with already. Okay. So, where do we? Jeez. I guess, okay. We have three murders. Let's try to identify the dead. Yeah, it's as good as anything. Okay, Nicholas Maker, for sure, definitely still alive. Comrade Lazarus has not returned for several hours. Alistair and James have gone to find him. Okay, so we have this is Lazarus's tent, right? Yeah. And a map of the area. So we have Lazarus's notes on people that we could potentially use, and also that will help me keep names associated with faces. It is so weird to write all this stuff down. Like, here's my most incriminating thoughts about everybody, which I'm going to put in a format that somebody could read. And like, you locked it in a safe, but why not just not write this? Are you concerned you're going to forget? Anyway. You took 32 things from me. I demand you return them. At 11:30 on May 15th. Is it May 15th now? Maybe at the place the idol was stolen from our brotherhood and poor Willard Wright met his death. Willard Wright met his death in that inn, right? Isn't that... That'd be this one? Right, that's Willard Wright? Yes. Okay, so... One of these buildings is that inn? Okay, this is the wrong place. This is the wrong place. The inn was definitely one of the buildings. Okay, here we go. So... But, I mean, there's nothing here that is suggestive of foul play or anything. Meet me at the place the idol was stolen. Come alone, bring proof, something personal of yours to give to the veiled woman. The veiled woman. When did the murders occur? Early in the morning and before noon are like such incredibly vague times that also are fully overlapping. Like I would say any time that is early in the morning can also be fairly described as before noon. Probably, I hope this is like shortly before noon, because otherwise we're gonna have a real problem here. And then there is an in the afternoon as well. So before noon is the time frame that we're looking at here. So somebody meets you're a veiled lady. You have Edmund Cloudsley's handkerchief. I've instructed him to arrive at around 11:30. He'll be in order party uniform. If he comes alone, approach him. If he gives you something that belonged to the one who escaped your tonic, you may proffer him the instruction slip I gave you. Conceal your face, he may recognize you. Are we supposed to recognize? Oh, is this yep, that is her face right there. This is Ada, right? No, not that. Yes. Okay. So that's Ada Baker, who we know works for the Dark Hand Steward. She's part of the whole cult structure. Or at least she works for the whole cult structure. You may proffer him the instruction slip I gave you, so we don't know what the fuck happened then. You will find me in the place where we two first met. There we can talk. I mean, so this... Is this him? In theory, it could be. Isn't it poetic that you have fallen for the same trap as you did all those years ago? Straw men are your bane. Straw men. Was there... There's a scarecrow as the... Okay. This. A scarecrow in a wooden coffin. So I'm trying to remember, what is this? What is the plot of this one? Edmund Cloudsley needed a corpse. Walter Keane, along with accomplices, delivered a coffin. Upon entering, Hardy Abe suddenly clubbed David Gorin. So that's probably... Who is it that fell for the corpse? Like, in what way? Is the question. Edmund wanted to have a corpse delivered. Walter Keane brought a corpse in. So Walter Keane brought the coffin in. Walter Keane's not the one who fell for the trap. Although Walter Keane's dead. That's not really relevant anyway. It's not clear to me who is supposed to have fallen. Like, nobody fell for anything here. Right, these guys delivered a box containing a thing that wasn't a corpse under pretense that they were delivering a corpse so they could steal something. But the corpse itself was not a trap. Yeah, this doesn't actually make sense. There's so many vague notes that are like, okay, so this is the pigeon that Lazarus would have tied the response to. May have treated you unjustly after our long cooperation. I will come alone in peace so we can discuss your compensation. So that's the answer. He said he would go meet at 11:30 at the inn. Presumably he did so. I mean, this could be David Gorin potentially. There's a sense in which David Gorin is the one who's literally collapsed over the thing here, but that has nothing to do with the contents of it. Like, if this had been a corpse, nothing about the situation would have changed, you know? Like, it not being a corpse is not a trap. It's just the moment he was distracted, they hit him over the head. That's the only thing that even kind of makes sense to me, is that this is David Gorin, who is still alive, right? As of the he got clubbed, but as of this thing, he is, yeah, that's totally him. So yeah, potentially. Which means David Gordon is still alive. He is not one of the dead. It's only so helpful, you know? I mean, it matters a little bit. It matters a little bit. A man in a helmet with... Yeah, he's got the order situation going on here. Slightly dented saber with some blood on it, so maybe... It looks like he has... I wish I could examine his hand. Because it looks like he has something in his hand. It could just be like a hunk of this stuff. It looks to me like he's grabbed somebody's hair or something as he was being killed. Yep, those all just say exactly what you would expect them to say in a way that's not useful at all. There's a ton of dead people here. We don't care about them, apparently. They're not going to get a line in the little poem in our book to be filled out. And an empty cannon, which, could certainly be responsible for this carnage. I don't know how this figures into anything at all just yet. And then we have some small but pressing business to attend to at the property of our late brother Sebastian. I'll be back at the camp for our 10 o'clock strategy meeting as planned. So he went out with a plan to come back at 10 and then go to this meeting, which we don't know. We don't know if the meeting occurred. We know that he sent back a positive response. But no, I guess the meeting must have occurred because she doesn't have a second instruction slip. Which she would if she had not given it to him. So this is his horse running loose. Like, the guy at the clearing totally could be Lazarus. It's probably Lazarus. It makes a lot of sense for it to be Lazarus. Were I not and continue the feast, nothing can stand in my way. I love killing people. Murder is the best. You are so brave, and you have been drinking since early this morning. It's sort of an incongruous... These thoughts are unrelated. It's just so weird to jam them both into the same sentence. My, the air is nice today. I like hats. Become the pure flower that I know you can be for me. This is such a fucking creepy thing to write. Dear Mary, I know where your unworthy mate is hiding you. Soon I will free you from his dirty paws and ship him to colonies. So, okay, March 15th. This is a thing from Edmund, March 15th, 1795. What did the note over here? We saw a date somewhere, didn't we? Maybe not. Maybe I'm all discombobulated. Okay, you didn't have anything. Did she have something? I'm trying to figure out where I saw that. It may have been when I was quickly looking around before starting the recording, just trying to reorient myself. It's totally possible. Okay, May 14th, 1795. So Ada Baker's staying for 2 nights in the Dandelion Room. Walter Knott is staying in the other room, and Walter Knott is not a person that we know. Interesting to note that Walter, the name Walter, is down here, but Knott is not. So we can't use his full name, which definitely suggests that he is a person of low import. Doing the same thing I saw Lazarus do during the Merit executions. So he doesn't know how to operate. The thing he doesn't know about switching this signal, or this symbol with the dotted one. Also, this thing looks... It looks bad. It looks like it's seen better days. Yeah, it's it's getting all wavy. Well... So we have a pile of 3 dead bodies here. Presumably all killed at the same time. One of which might be one of the bodies here. And then we have another body somewhere else. I mean, I guess it could be the case that the bodies in this location were killed at different times. It seems unlikely. It seems to me it's probably the case that Lazarus was killed presumably in the before noon slot here. You don't have an instruction slip on you or anything, though. Which is curious. You would think that he would, given that he does seem to have made the meeting. Yeah, I'm a little worried about the fact that we don't have enough important characters who have been obviously killed. It could be the case that the faceless corpses in the cannon room are like the biggest part of this. Once we figure those out, we'll start to slide the rest into place. Am I remembering correctly? Hold on, let's jump over to this. Oh, that's right. It was Gideon Bell who was killed here. I was, for some reason, thinking that it was Walter Keane. Is Walter Keane... Here we lost somebody nobody cares about. No, Walter Keane's totally still alive as of this thing, because he's in that guy's book. So... Well, he was alive as of the beginning of the day, anyway. He's in Lazarus Hurst's book. So comrades Alistair and James have gone to find him. We know where Alistair is. I don't think we've seen James Turner, so James Turner could be one of our helmeted bodies. Although the shape of his head you think would require a different helmet than everybody else's. We have this scene of Alistair trying to do something. What is it that he is trying to do? This is the years spell, right? Yeah. Not 100% clear what he's trying to do with it. It is interesting to note that he has a cut on his leg. That's the kind of detail that feels like it could be relevant in a mystery game. So whose horse is this? This is not Lazarus's horse. This is a note that Lazarus gave to someone else, presumably. Our late brother Sebastian, the previous Proud Beast steward. Is Lazarus is a Proud Beast, right? So when he says brother, the problem is, really, I don't see why brother couldn't just refer to anyone in the cult. So we probably can't narrow it down to just people who we know to be Proud Beasts. Yeah, this is tricky. So early in the morning, someone went to one of the locations to verb someone else because someone else wanted to verb the object. Before noon, two people went out to try and find. Okay, so this is Alistair and James. Probably going out to find Lazarus Hurst. Instead, they found the golden idol at the crossroads. If that is in fact Lazarus Hurst's body, makes sense that that's where the thing would be. On the way back, they started to fight over it because that's the only word grammatically that actually fits here. All right, so I'm close. On the way back, they started to have over it. They spontaneously just began to kidnap over it. All right, so something's wrong here. But not very much. Comrade Lazarus, Alistair, and James. Huh. But these are the right names. Like, these are the right matching last names to the first names. This is what I'm saying. I didn't make that easy of a mistake. It does seem like maybe it's just Crossroads. Maybe Crossroads is the only thing that's wrong. So where's James? It would be really helpful if we could figure out where James was. There's no obvious body here. Hold on. Do you have your... Oh. Okay. We can only see three colors in the brush of his helmet. And it's a little tricky to say this conclusively because given the angle, it might be kind of hard to see the fourth one. But I think what we have here is this figure has ripped the whatever out of that guy, out of Alistair's helm. Which means this is James Turner. Right? Because your sword has blood on it? No, it doesn't. Maybe I'm wrong. I was reading that as... Yeah, shit. I was reading that as they got into a fight over the thing. Alistair killed James and just left him here. But this is definitely the person who fought with Alistair over the idol. I feel like it's James. It makes sense for it to be James. So yeah, this is something in the neighborhood of Alistair Coke killed James Turner at the crossroads, but there's something wrong here, and we're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna put words in just to make sure that I have my I'm keeping track of my line of logic here because something tells me this one might stretch over more than one episode as I bumble around. So this is currently my sort of like rough idea for that we know is wrong. Okay. Early in the morning, Lazarus Hurst went somewhere to meet someone because someone wanted to do the whatever. So this can't be Lazarus Hurst went to the inn to meet Ada because we don't have Ada's name. I'm not allowed to use Ada's name. So went to the inn to, I guess meat is not one of the options here anyway. afternoon, someone went to a place to verb someone because someone had tried to verb someone to get back his yellow words. Worth noting that Edmund Cloudsley's name is not here. It's very vague. I will kill our enemies wherever we go. What if the evil government men find us? She's playing the harp for some reason. So if we assume this is from today, soon I will free you from his dirty paws and ship him to colonies. I mean, Edmund could have showed up to try to take Mary away from Peter, and Peter could have slain him. Peter's sword is not reported as having blood on it, though. Yeah, so you fired in through the... Oh, your helmet... I don't know, your helmet is not missing its black part. Your helmet's just different than the others? Right, yeah, because this guy's black part is at the back end. White, red, gold, black. Whereas yours is black, white, red, gold. It really is just the black tuft has moved from one end to the other. That's weird. We don't know. That might be like indicative of rank or something. You'll find me in the place where we two first met. There we can talk. So this person is like where we two first met. Okay, this is this location. So if we assume that's David Gorin, where we two first met, the note is sent by someone who's part of Walter Keene's party here. And since Walter Keene is the only survivor of Walter Keene's party in this situation, then presumably the note came from Walter. So Walter lured David to this place. David thought he was going to get the jump on him and kill him, but it didn't work. And this person is a Proud Beast steward. Right, and this isn't someone that we know, is it? Is that a face that I'm supposed to recognize just from a different angle? Because the game has done a tremendously bad job of representing people from multiple angles in the past. Just flipping through the case files here. It's definitely not any of these people. Don't think it's any of those people. Yeah, he's got a visible Proud Beast steward tattoo for a reason, right? Oh, sorry, that's Darkhand. Proud Beast is the one that looks like an extremely goofy lion. So yeah, Darkhand steward. So this is okay, if this is the Darkhand steward, Darkhand steward, yes, this is the person who is in contact with Ada, which means that the note Ada had was probably written by him. If he gives you something that belonged to the one who escaped your tonic. The one who escaped Ada's tonic is Edmund, right? She tried to poison Edmund. She ended up poisoning the woman instead. So if he gives you something that belonged to the one who escaped your tonic, he gave her the Edmund Cloudsley thing. Then you give him this. So maybe this is Lazarus, but Lazarus didn't get tricked in any way by a straw man. Lazarus sends David Gorin to do his work. Find me in the place where we two first met. There we can talk. So this isn't Walter Keane luring him necessarily, but it's him. At the very least, he thinks it's Walter Keane. So this has got to be David Gorin. He's still alive, but maybe it's supposed to be... No, I mean, he's still alive. Yeah, I am really not sure where to go from here. It feels to me like there's a location missing or something. I feel like I feel like we're not just missing a small amount of information. Have we looked at you? Oh. This is where I saw the date. This is definitely a place I was looking at before restarting the recording, or starting the recording for today, rather. Okay, so May 15th. At 8, a newfangled insurrectionist carriage passes by. 8:30, an individual in the insurrectionist uniform passes by on the new two-wheel contraption. And at 10:15, 2 individuals in insurrectionist uniforms pass on horses. So this is when James and Alistair were dispatched to go find Lazarus. I do wish that she had written down directions of the passing by. So at 8:30, an individual in an insurrectionist uniform passes by on the two-wheeled contraption. Does that help us to know, like, when it was? I guess, okay. It helps us to know when it was in the sense that we know this is before the meet at the inn. So this instruction slip that you've been given is not the one from Ada's meeting. Despite the fact that this is Darkhand Stewart. So what, is this just like a thing that coincidentally happened here and now, and it's not related to the rest of the murders at all? It doesn't feel right, does it? So a mostly empty whiskey flask. Mary says he's been drinking all day. Up to whenever now is, presumably afternoon. Yeah. Okay, this is that trading company seal. Where did we see that before? That may be a critical piece of information. We saw someone carrying it, but I do not remember who. And I do not remember when either. Was it in here? No. Oh, it was the scene at the beach, right? Turner. James Turner is the one who runs that company. So this is James Turner's horse. property of our late brother Sebastian. Be back at the camp for 10 o'clock meeting. So James Turner is dead. Probably. Somewhere, you know. This horse has run free. Does that help me at all to know that? I guess it tells me if James Turner was killed, he was killed sometime before, well, I was going to say he was killed sometime before like noon. Maybe even before noon, but I guess we don't really know that. This is a little frustrating. I feel like it's taking shape a little bit. Numerous cuts on his body. Maybe we're supposed to think Alistair just cleaned his sword? But he also bled on the other guy's sword because the other guy somehow cut the back of his leg? It's not super believable. It is not the most believable. Alright. I'm starting to develop an idea. But I don't think I want to stand here or sit here and just go, and rub my face against this for another 20 minutes on camera. So I'm going to keep working through this. That is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time tomorrow, I'm going to have at least a little bit more of an idea of where to carry this forward from here. And we're going to get to the bottom of this. Gosh, I hope by the end of the next episode. And we'll see you then.